My name is Peter Smyrniotis. I'm a managing partner and director at Victory Square Technologies. We have been operating in the blockchain space for about 4.5 years. To give you a bit of a profile on our business, we are first and foremost a publicly traded company. We have in our portfolio 18 companies, of which 7 of which are blockchain enabled or have blockchain built into their protocols. I'm going to showcase kind of what we do. There's 2 audiences for this story. Entrepreneurs, you should be paying attention. We fund through equity and through crypto. And investors, we invest and we co-invest. So government agents, crypto hedge fund managers, equity investors, this audience is for you. So we're headquartered in the lovely city of Vancouver, Canada. For those of you who have not been there, real estate's expensive. For those of you who travel globally, you probably already know that. Little context, it's not always sunny. This is a lie. Our city is pestered with rain 10 months a year. It is a torrential downpour. But for 2 months, pretty sunny, you can't go wrong. Little context, this is exactly what Canada looks like 24/7. Giant moose roaming the land, covering us, hockey players everywhere, and blockchain circumventing all of it. Blockchain is everywhere in Canada. And I don't mean that to make like an out-of conversation. We are fortunate enough that blockchain and AI have been fueling technology innovation for quite some time. We're going to delve into that now and have a bit of a conversation on that. A little context on what Victory Square does. We are a technology investment firm. We are also a venture build studio. What that means is that we identify large market opportunities. We source technology companies that can solve those problems and then actively target large addressable markets. If we can't build those companies to solve a problem, we also actively invest in those companies. We take material stakes through equity or crypto, and we basically work with them collaboratively. That collaborative effort involves strong management, great strategic partners through accelerators, through partnerships with WBF, through partnerships globally with companies like Y Combinator, 500 startups. We're able to source access and capital from federal government grants. Canada's a pretty sweet place to raise capital and to go to business. You can control your capital table very equitably. More importantly, you can get growth through really funding mechanisms in terms of targeting government agencies. Beyond that, what's really key is we have living labs. Living labs, give you an example of that. We have relationships with one organization called Foxwell Casinos. Foxwell Casinos is based in Connecticut, the US, has about 6 million active visitors a year. They're being encroached on from all sides by organizations from New York, Philadelphia, Boston. Gambling. You all like gambling. Anybody heard of gambling? I do. It's fun. Byproduct of that is that this organization with 6 million active visitors has to deal with the fact that they have to be competitive. To be competitive means working with and recognizing that you have to innovate and transform your business. What we've done is be able to deploy technology companies into the living labs like Foxwell Casinos to solve problems. When you solve problems for one casino, you solve problems for 240 affiliate casinos across Canada and the US, right? We scale, large addressable markets. We like revenue at Victory Square. Little story, we've said it before on a previous conference. We were in Miami and shared a little bit of information on this. 4 years ago, we had the privilege of kicking off and having a very successful entrepreneur named Guy Halford Thompson kick off and prophesize the impact of blockchain. Try raising money for blockchain 4 years ago. Anyone here tried to do that? They'll tell you it wasn't easy. Fun thing about BTL. BTL went out of the gate. It was too early. Great thesis. Started with service, went to product, went to thesis. Sounded great. They were able to engage Ernst & Young Consulting, KPMG, companies like McKinsey Consulting as well. And as a byproduct of all that, they were able to land early stage pilots with Eurovisa and British Petroleum. Large customers with large addressable markets. A byproduct of that is they were able to innovate, transform technology, and develop their Interbit platform, which allows remittance and logistics management. This company, as of last December, when the market was still super hot, was worth $500 million, worth $240 million today. We were the first check in, generated a 4,500% return on investment. Investors, we do this a lot. So if you're interested in knowing more how you can participate, let us know. Byproduct of this, though, is more important, is that this company is successful. We're the first company to take a blockchain company and list it on the stock exchange. We also work with ICOs and crypto investing actively. We like success, we chase it, we work with partners to get that done correctly. What does that mean? In our portfolio company currently, we have cloud-based AI, we have smart cities, we have a parking technology platform running in 4 municipalities across Canada and the US, driving smart city innovation for blockchain. We have blockchain protocols coming out of the gate for enterprise, solving problems on SD-WAN networks, covering 85% of the planet. Beyond that, what gets really great, and I'm going to showcase this to you, I have a bit of a mic drop, I think, called around crypto monitoring and forensics. More on that in a second. What that means for us in the audience is that if your organization is looking for an equity investment opportunity, come see me. Contact Victory Square. We'll take out a conversation. If you're looking for crypto investment, we get in on pre-sales and ICOs. We do ICO services as well. We provide access to marketing, access to co-investment. We do this on 5 continents, and we do it regularly. Full tilt operation. Fundamentally, we're a fully integrated equity and crypto investment firm with plenty of services and value add. I put this slide up, God help me, that's our CEO haunting my dreams in the top left corner. That's Shafin Diamond Tijani. And I asked Shaf for a fun slide last January when I was in Miami. He's like, just tell him this. Tell him I'm personally putting in $100 million of my own money into ICOs in 2018. I told my designer to give me something sharp. Get what you pay for. Can't really help that. What's great is that for entrepreneurs, for those in the audience who are looking to get capital, source capital, we are a strategic hands-on investor. We give you capital, we give you customers, we'll fund your idea. If it makes sense, we'll connect you to partners and customers, we'll assist you and source capital for you strategically, and we'll support you on the way up. For those of you who want to list on a crypto exchange, we'll go through the work with you on that. For those of you, and deal with the regulators, we have a track record successfully of doing that. Concurrently, we'll also make a point if you want to list on a public exchange, we'll do that with you as well. For investors, anyone here an investor? I know you are. In this audience, everyone's an investor. We're into game-changing opportunities and generating liquidity. Easiest way to think of Victory Square is that we've done 5 15 baggers, 5 15x return events in the last 4 years. We've had 18 companies and a track record of getting them over the line. If you're looking to multiply your investment thesis, you should talk to us. What that means for you is we work not in a silo. We have incubators, we have accelerators, we have institutional partners, we work with government grant programs. More importantly, Canadians pay a lot of tax. The byproduct of that is Canadians deploy a lot of tax dollars. We are the #1 designated supercluster initiative in Western Canada. We'll be deploying a part of the $1 billion that was allocated by the Canadian federal government directly into blockchain and crypto investment in 2018 and beyond. Again, we have matching funds from the government to basically support your endeavors. Why this is of interest? We've got a company on the line. I'll give you a bit of a narrative on this. So Fans Unite build a protocol and love next generation technology platform. They have 125,000 active users on their platform now. It's sports betting on the blockchain. We bought this company 2 years ago for $2 million in stock, taking this company public. Once this company goes public, post-transaction at about $15 million in value, not a bad return on investment. This company will be running an ICO, which they've been running already. This allows them to basically get deferred revenue in the books, build a protocol to target audiences at large, and deploy equity and cash, basically buy up assets, buy up talent, and drive value into their audience and all stakeholders. Now, what I'm really interested on is something new. So, here's a company that came to us in the last 90 days. This is Covalent. Covalent, 2 covalent bonds, really simple here. 2 sharp co-founders operating in Erlang and Elixir. For those of you who don't know, Erlang and Elixir are the shit. You should get on top of that. If your teams aren't building on it, they should. What you really need to know about this technology company is that they're an innovation lab. They can't stop solving really sophisticated, really game-changing opportunities. Their first product out of the gate, one of 3 coming out in 2018, is Terminal. The theory behind Terminal was that eventually decentralized networks and centralized networks are going to have to be read by multiple platforms and multiple users. CFOs, COOs, auditors. And the reality is there's not a lot of centralized and decentralized networks talking to each other currently. Hasn't happened yet, not really at scale. But a byproduct of this technology is that this technology breeds blockchains. Why is this interesting? For those of you who run an ICO, for those of you who built the blockchain with users and customers on that platform, you want to know what they're doing. You want to see if the thing you built is doing the thing you thought it would do. And you want to see who's adopting it and why, for how long. This gives you that data in real time. But the most interesting piece of this technology is that because it reads blockchains and because it reads them so well, it's useful for one other piece of this conversation. ICOs. So a byproduct of the Covalent's Terminal platform is that it reads ICOs. Just humor me for a second. By hands up, how many people here have invested in an ICO? Great. Keep your hands up for a second. How many of you still know where every coin, dollar, crypto investment you've made has actually gone somewhere? Anyone here ever seen a use of fund sheet and actually mapped it out to deployment? This technology and this link, covalent.hq.com/terminal, take a picture, check it out. If you've invested in an ICO and you want to know where your money's went, meet the first technology platform that solves this problem. It's built, it works, it's designed for crypto investors, crypto hedge fund managers, regulators, government, customers, and users. For those of you who see, let's talk about it candidly, you see investments go out where people are driving off in Lambos, is that part of the use of fund sheet? Anybody who used a Lamborghini and the use of fund sheet? I'd like to see that use of fund sheet. This is legit, this is no joke, and it works. So, guess what we'll be taking to market actively in 2018? This is great. You're running a great opportunity, you're raising money, you're gonna use it smartly, take advantage of this. We're gonna be deploying it on a variety of our companies, we're gonna make it available. Again, contact us at Victory Square, take a picture of the link, come learn more, but this is coming out of the gate. Anyone wants to know what's happening with their money, this happens today. It's live, come talk to me. Little quote that we really like around the office. Our CEO thinks he's more Dr. Dre. Truth of the story is, a little more Jimmy Iovine. He's a little more thoughtful, a little more kind, a little less gangster, no matter how he wants to be. But this is true. Great can come from anywhere. And what that means for us is that we invest in companies globally. We invest in companies that have passion, drive. When there's blood on the cap table, and for those of you who have blood on the cap table, you know what that means. When you're driven to succeed, you're coachable, we want to talk to you. It doesn't matter where you are, it's a big planet. Canada's open and welcoming to all people. We got a track record of doing that. We have great immigration policies, but it doesn't mean you have to come to us, we'll come to you. We follow great, that's what we're about. I asked my designer last time, I was like, can you update the slide that doesn't make Canada look so terrifying? Show me some great shit coming out of Canada. So I think he continues to screw with me because it makes him happy. Apparently mumble rap, Deadpool, and Ethereum is the jam. A byproduct of this though is that great stuff gets built where we are. Canada has a track record of AI and blockchain thesis being supported and built, funded, and exiting. If you'd like to learn more, again, we're available to you to have a conversation. We sponsor the prize pool at WBF. It's a privilege to work with WF. Most a pleasure, his team's a pleasure to work with, provide real tangible value. Shopin is here, we supported them last time. We supported Impact EPA as well. We'll be looking for your feedback. Crowd feedback is really key on who we choose to sponsor and support. But more than anything else, this is how we roll, it's what we do. If you have any other questions, I'll be here for the duration of the event. Spending some time on Wednesday and Thursday. Come find me, I'll be wearing probably another suit. I'll be around, but if you have any other questions beyond that, I hope you have a great time, enjoy the rest of your afternoon and evening, and I appreciate your patience. Thanks so much, folks. Have a great day.